Okay, so we'll improvise this store browser, with a few more requirements, and we'll see. So okay, so let's execute this store work first. Okay, I'm getting this data right. So let me check, with on what basis we can, improvise, or we can just assume some scenarios. Let me just see the data first. Okay, maybe we'll just take the first scenario as in case of bikes, and the two road bikes. Okay, I wanted to give flat, 100 rupees discount. And the second case is in case of clothings. Okay, all type of categories, all the categories which comes under clothing and any subcategory, no issues. Okay, and here I want to provide 50 rupees flat discount. Okay, so remaining categories and subcategories, the price should be the same. There is no discount, nothing. Okay, let's see. So now the data is there in the table, correct? Yes.
Yes, sir.
The data is there in the table. Now the discount amount, right? I just need to put it in a separate column. Okay. I just need to put it in a separate column. Now what you can do, tell me. In the temporary table, I want to put it in a separate column. What you can do? Are you getting my question? So whatever the discount price I'm giving to them, right? That has to be there in the separate column, new column. What you can do? So can I pay new column here directly?
Yes, sir.
Saying that discount price mention like float. Okay. Now this discount amount, is it coming from any of these tables?
No, sir.
No, correct.
Yeah.
Now what you need to do is, as of now, you just fill null into that. Later on we'll write the logic for that particular column. Okay, so basically what you can do is defaultly, all these columns are known columns and only one column is unknown. So in such a case, one thing what you can do is you can mention all the columns which are known values, and which are we are not mentioning, defaultly it will take null value, correct?
Yes.
Or else you can directly keep, instead of keeping the values, everything, you directly keep comma null. Now for the last column, what it will do, it will defaultly assign null values. Okay. Understand?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Sorry. Yeah. So when you put a manual entry null value, that value will go and sits under the new column. Okay. Now if you want, let's execute this, and you can see there is a new column getting added for the temporary table, and these the values in it. Okay, defaultly null, right? Now let's update the logic. So we need to update the price, because it is an existing column, correct? So update, before select you need to update the logic. Update set. Okay, so which column? Discount equals to, and what they said.
Price minus 100.
100 rupees discount.
Yeah, so in case of, no, I need to put directly the discount amount. Okay, it's not percentage, right?
Okay.
Correct.
100.
If it is percentage, then we can directly multiply and we can put the price. But as it is a flat amount, directly we can go and update it. Okay.
Okay.
So now what you can do, for bikes and road bikes, 100 rupees discount, for clothing this much, and for remaining amount, there is no discount for remaining categories and subcategories. Tell me what you can do.
Discount price is equal to 100 for
Sorry,
where discount price is equal to 100
100
where category
where category
PC dot name
where category.
PC dot name.
Okay, what is the column name? Let's see. Cat name it is. Okay.
Cat name is equal to bikes.
Right. Then
Subcategory name equal
cat name
Equal to
road
road
bike.
bike.
road bikes. Correct.
Yes.
Name is subcat name. And what about next?
More
So there is a one more update we need to write for a different category, correct?
Clothing.
For clothing. Clothing, you can just say flat 50 rupees, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, can we merge everything into one single statement? Update query.
no, sir.
We can write, we can say case when category name equals to bikes and subcategory, then discount price is 100. When category name equals to clothing, then discount price is 50. Else we can put 0, correct? Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
Either you can use multiple updates or single update. Anyway, it is fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's see. If I go and execute my store call, can you see? For road bikes, it is 100 rupees flat discount, and for remaining products, it's okay. And as there is no clothing, category, it is not, maybe it is not satisfied with this condition actually. So let me check if
Production at profit protein.
I mean not human resources. It is production dot
Category.
Authentic ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗ್ತಾ
production dot. It is I just want to check.
ಆಯ್ತು ಫಿಲ್ ಆಯ್ತು
No, sales order detail.
ಎಲ್ಲಿ
Please mute.
ಬರುತ್ತೆ ರಾಂಗ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ
Yeah, what I want to check here is the dates actually for the products which are comes under clothing. Okay, sales order header. Okay, let me take to okay 5:15 and we'll see whether clothing will come into the picture or not. Okay, it's not there. maybe what I will do, I'll just change the logic to 1 year. Okay, instead of taking 1 month, I just want to bring from starting year. Okay,
Okay.
yeah. So now how do you write the logic? So here they're giving some end date, right?
Uh-huh.
So now what we have to do is you have to go for 2011 01 and 01, correct?
Yes.
Start of that month. Start of not that month, start of
Start
that
of the
year,
year.
correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
So for that, there is a one more function we do have. It's very pretty much simple. Let me just show you. I think this one also we haven't discussed. So date from parts, and it requires totally 3 parameters. Parameter 1, parameter 2, comma, parameter 3. What these parameters means, let me just show you. Date from parts of parameter 1 will be year. Okay. Parameter 1 will be year, and it should be in single quote. It should be a character. And parameter 1 will be month, and parameter 2 will be day. When you go and execute it, see, it will give us as date format for us. Okay. Now using this, what you can do, see what they're telling is whatever date you give, it has to go to first day of that year. Avana?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So can I hard code this 01 and 01? So if I just say 01 and 01, so it will go to start of that year only, right? Always. Which year means, so you can don't hard code it. Take from your end date. Can I do that? How do you fetch the year from that particular parameter?
That part of
Can I say date part of, or I'll go for date name because it will give us character, right? Date name of year, comma, at the rate of end date. Can I do this? So dynamically year will come here, correct?
Uh-huh.
Yes, dynamically year will come, and 0101 is fixed always because that's what they said. So whichever year it will be, that year first day, so we have to take it, correct?
Yeah.
So let's see. I'll just go and change the logic here. And I'll also show you what exactly it will come. Let's see. When I say 2011, okay, I'll just say 2012. Okay, now clothing came into the picture. Can you see? Okay, it is 2012 03 30. Okay, and the discount price is 50 rupees. Okay.
Yeah.
So when I'm giving any day and date, what we have to do, that year start day that year starting day to till end date, we have to fetch the data. Here, say what date from parts, from different parts, right? Year, May, day and month, it will just combine into date. That's what your date from parts will do. So as these two are fixed, right? Parameter to month and the day, as it is fixed, I'm just hard coding it. Okay. Now from end date, I'm just taking the year dynamic. Clear? Yeah. And even we have written a logic to get this this month start date, right? Whenever I'm giving something like this month start date, if I need to find out, this date from parts also will help us again instead of evo month function. So now here year also dynamic. Okay, year also dynamic, and I want to make the month also dynamic. Okay, only the thing is day should be always one. Now what I can do, tell me, in place of 01?
month of end date.
Yes, date name of month, comma,
End date.
comma, at the rate of end date. So now what will happen? Dynamically it will fetch that, right?
Yes.
Year and month, and only the fixed value is here is
Date 01.
01, which means any month day it will come. Here, any year starting of that year, correct? Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, either of the logics you can use. You can go for EO month or you can go for date from parts. Anything is fine. Okay.
Vinod, can you
So,
tell this month end date?
sorry, EO month.
Yeah. No, no, not year. This date, month at the rate end date.
This one, huh?
Yeah.
So what this will do is in the given date, right?
Uh-huh.
It will take month actually.
Okay.
So whatever month you're giving, that month it will take. Let's say if I'm giving 04, okay, it will take 04 here and 2012 year here dynamically. Whereas as I need, the start date should be start of that month, right? So start of the month is always 01 only, correct?
Uh-huh.
That 01 I'm hard coding.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Here start of the year means anyway it is January 1st only always, correct?
Yes.
So that's why I have hard coded month and day. Only the thing is I'm just taking dynamically the year.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Now I'm getting some data here and respective discount price also there.
पंखों की आवाज बस कुछ सुनाई
Can you
देता है
please mute? Okay. Now there is a discount price for some of the products and there is no discount for some of the products. Okay. Now let me just show you. See, I'm interested in seeing whether what is the value it is there in this variable. So because inside the logic the start date is generating, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm interested to see this value. Okay, so now what we can do now inside a store pack, so we can just preview these values. Preview means just kind of a print actually. You can print these variable values. So what is the start date? And you can also say like what is the end date. So in this way, you can just alter the store pack and go and execute it. Now when you print something, it won't come under results, it will come under messages. Can you see? This is your start date, this is your end date. Okay. So the use case of these variables printing is we can easily identify what what dates it is exactly passing. Correct? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
We can easily come to know what is the start date and end dates. Okay. Now you may have a doubt that sir, instead of printing, why can't we do select?
There is a result come under result
Results.
expected.
Yes. Okay. Let me write a select
Preliminary
here and we'll see. Can you see? The results come, sorry, the data comes in the results and then here the data, correct?
Yes.
Now there won't be any problem when you write a select, but there will be a one particular issue when you put selects in case of reporting. Okay, there is a SSRS for us, right?
Yes.
So in SSRS, when you call the store procedure, okay, what SSRS will do, no, it will always, take the first select statement output to the report. Which is the first select statement?
Date.
Start date. At the
Your
rate of
start date. Okay. But for my reporting, what data I required?
tables. Temporary
This-
tables.
The last select statement, correct?
Yes.
I mean, the last select statement, this temporary table output, correct?
Yes.
So that's why every time I'm keeping the select statement at the end. That is the first select statement, that is the last select statement. Okay. So in the reporting, when you keep like this, no, so the report is expecting this data, but whereas as there is a one more select statement here, it will take this one. Will I get the proper result set in the output in the report? No. That's why don't go for selecting this variable. Always try to print it. Print will not affect your report actually. Okay. Clear?
Yeah.
Now let's see your start date and end date. So if you want to provide some alias columns, or if you want to concatenate it, you can concatenate. Okay, but make sure this should be converted into var. Understand? Or you can just say like, I think we can do like this, start date. No, we cannot put
We have
alias
to
columns.
Print it, we cannot put alias.
Yeah, we cannot put alias columns for print. You just need to concatenate it. That is the only option. So meaning start date plus you just need to convert this value into
Yeah.
var. Okay, this is the only way. Okay, let's see. If I can't execute it, can you see this? Start date and end date. So this is far better to understand which is start date and which is end date, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so this won't affect your, any of your table result set or your report or store project. Yeah. Okay, so now if you see, whenever I'm executing a store block in the messages, right? Just a second. Yeah, in the messages, can you see it is saying 2 rows affected, 3 rows affected, this many rows are affected, and when you go down, so many times it is showing this many rows are affected. You know what? Why? What is the reason behind that? Whenever you're executing store process, can you see here? It will just print one message. Sorry, it will set up a one row. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So that's why it is showing one row affected, and again one row affected. Now in this, while inserting the data into this, 2 rows affected because multiple values are passing, 2 or 3, correct?
Yes.
Here
More than
also,
two.
see, whenever you are doing DML operations, so definitely it will show how many rows are affected, correct?
Yeah.
1 second. Sorry, yeah. So whenever we are doing any DML operations inside a store block, right? How many number of rows it is affecting, the SQL server will count it and it will represent for us. Okay. Understand? So how many DMLs are there? 1, 2. And then this is also one of the insert operation, 3. And update 4, one more update 5. And select also will print the number of records, right?
Yes.
Every time the SQL server is counting, but this won't count. Okay, the set statement won't count. Okay, it will just store the value, that's it. Yeah, so now do you really require to count all this number of records by the SQL server? Will it be useful for us?
No.
So mankem use లేదు కదా, how many number of rows are affected, that's fine. We can directly see for the final table at the end, right? So
Yes.
number of affected rows in between we don't want actually, but SQL server is unnecessarily counting, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So what we can do is we can stop that counting. So what you can do is after begin, there is a command called set no count on. Set no count on. When you put this command, every store processor will keep this command at the top. Okay, so what it will do is it won't count that count of the records. You just see Any number of rows are affected here?
No, sir.
No. So in this way, we can at least improve some performance of the queries, correct? So SQL Server will not count it right now. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So the command is always should be at the top, and the syntax for that to not to count the number of records is set no count on. Okay. Getting it?
Yes, yes.
Set no count on. It should be always on the top. See, not only inside a store block, even in outside also. You see, when I go and execute this something. If I go and execute this, see here also it is showing one row affected, correct? Huh? When I switch on the set no count on in this session, none of the statements will print that messages, the number of records. Okay. And this will be up to this session only, not for other sessions. Okay. Yeah. But usually we'll, as there are a lot of statements inside the store path, we'll use this set no count specifically in the store procedure only. Okay. Okay, fine. Now, likewise, before your last statement, we will do lot of DML operations or any other operations and all. It's all depends on their requirement. Okay. So let me see if I have any document for requirement. Maybe you'll get an idea. So here I do not have. Maybe I'll show you in my office laptop. Here I do not have proper information to show. Okay, so I'll show you in my office laptop. Maybe next maybe 1 or 2 days I'll show you that. Yeah. Yeah. So now likewise we can keep on improving the store process, right? Now the thing is, let's say there is a guy who is working on the night shift, okay, on top of the store process, and he's facing some issues. Okay, he's facing some issues and he's keep on getting some errors. Yeah. And I am in the morning shift, let's say. Now whenever his shift is get completed, still he is not able to resolve the issue, whatever error it is getting in the store park. Now he is passing the same information to me as well, saying that I'm facing such kind of errors and all, and please try to resolve it. Okay. Assume that he tried to execute almost like some 100+ times. Okay. And every time he's getting some new errors. Actually, whenever he's trying to execute, right, he's fixing some bugs, and also he's getting different errors in every execution statement. Okay. So now, can you able to pass all the 100 times execution errors? Is it easy to pass to me?
No.
Not,
No.
it's not simple thing, right? So he has to frame every execution, whatever bug it is coming and how he is fixing. Okay. So to store this information, it is not very, I mean, to send this information, it is not a small thing, right? Yeah, maybe sometimes he may miss the information to pass everything to me. So in such a case, I cannot easily fix that issue, right? Maybe I need to go through from very scratch, correct? So now what we can do is whenever he is executing any store prop, yeah, I just want to maintain that, information, whatever errors it is coming, no?
Okay.
So whatever errors it is coming, I just want to maintain in a separate table so that instead of, depending on him, I can directly go and query that table, correct? Yeah.
Yes.
So now what you can do, I'll show you. First, we'll create a table. Create table. I'll just say like TBL underscore error log. So this will basically stores the error information, correct? So now I'll just say like, some ID, maybe error ID, something. I'll make it as integer. I'll also say like identity of 1,1. So every row, I'll just make it as increment using identity. Yeah. And
Yeah.
I'll also say error message. What is the error message? Okay, it's coming for him. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And also, I can also store the store procedure name as well. Store procedure name. In which store procedure it is happening. And we can also say the date. What date he is executing that. Okay. And we can store the person name,
Time.
everything. Date time.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a physical table, guys. Okay, not a temporary table because I need to maintain all the error information. Okay, I mean present and past everything. Okay, and future data also I want to include in this table only. That's why I make a physical table here. Okay, yeah. Now let's see how we can capture that errors and put it in that particular way table. I mean physical table. Yeah. So in SQL store procedure, if you want to do the error handling, we can use try and catch blocks. How it will work, I'll show you. Now inside the store block, once begin is done, right? After that, your basic logic will start. Okay. Now all your logic should be under try block. Begin try, you have to put. All your entire logic should be in the including maybe select also you can consider in that. Okay, so say that end try. Okay, the store procedure entire logic should be under begin try and end try block, guys. Okay, let me write it over here. Begin try and end try, and here logic should be there. Okay, understand?
Yeah.
Now what SQL Server will do is whenever any issues comes in this try block, okay, any issues means it's only system defined errors. Okay, system defined errors. What is meant by system defined errors? I'll show you. Okay, so let's say there is a conversion failed or truncation binary error or arithmetic flow errors. Okay, or when it is not able to convert from one data type to another data type. Okay, such kind of errors, guys. Okay, such kind of errors are nothing but system defined errors. Okay, so those errors it can able to easily capture it. For an example, if I put here left outer join, is it a system defined error?
No.
No, right? it is our mistake, correct or not?
Yeah.
So maybe instead of inner join, I had put it as a left out join. The system will not capture this information. So you have to pitch in and check which join you need to perform and get the data. Getting it? Hello?
Yes, sir.
See, logic wise, if I want to do any changes, it is your work. Okay. If any kind of system defined errors I'm getting, so such cases I can able to capture into my physical table. Okay. Anyway, I'll show you the example. Don't worry. Yeah. So once it is finding any errors, no. Okay. So we can start the catch block. So here it will catch all the errors. Okay. End catch. So when this block will gonna execute means whenever there is an error in the try block, then only it will go to catch. When there is no error means it won't go to the catch block. Okay. Getting it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me write it in the below. So begin catch and end catch. It will capture the errors. So in a try no, it will find the errors. If at all it is some errors are there, and here it will capture. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. And in between begin try and begin end try and begin catch, there should not be any statements, any other statements. Here you cannot put any statements, guys. So once end try is done right, immediately your begin catch should stop. And in between you should not write like select star from some table. This is wrong. Okay.
Okay.
It will throw an error. See. Okay. So once end try is done, immediately your catch should stop. Okay. Now how to capture the information? Let me just show you. I'll just go and insert into that error log table tbl underscore. Let me bring that table.
Okay.
tbl underscore error log table. Okay. Now, how do you get the data into this table? I'll show you. Where we have created that adventure works only, right? Okay. So now select. So what are all the columns we required in this? One is identity. So identity anyway, it will automatically generate, correct?
Yes.
So now there is something called error message. How do you get this error message information? Means there is something called error messages in the SQL server. Okay. Error functions, not messages, error functions. What are those functions? Let me show you. Error underscore message and error underscore line. Error underscore state. Error underscore severity. Next, error underscore level. Not level. Error underscore number is done. Yeah. Error underscore procedure. Which procedure it is giving error. And there is one more, I think. Let me see. Error underscore state severity number. Okay, there are only 5. Okay, so this will produce us what error message it is. And here it is line number. I think we haven't added a line number column, right? Error line number in the table. So let's add that column also. Okay. Alter table name. I'll just say error line number. See, if we have a line number, we can easily crack it, right?
Add.
Yes, add. I've added one more column. So this will give us a line number. Okay, and there is some state and severity as well. This is not required for us. Okay, and the procedure name we can get it from this function. Okay, so now what I can do is you can just call out this function as select statement. So when you say error message, that will go and sits under this error message column. Okay, and if I need a store poser, you just call this, and this doesn't require any parameter or arguments. Procedure name, and next is
Get it.
get date. Date means directly I can write a get date, no?
Yes.
Get date, comma, and we need error line also, correct?
Yes.
So I can put error line, sorry, error, no, error line is there. Why it is not showing? Yeah, here it is. Error line. Okay, now only this much is enough for us, right?
Yes.
Let's see. I'm just going and altering my store block, and we'll see what exactly will happen. Yes, I've done that. Okay, and I'll just okay, fine. Let's execute it, and I don't think so there is any error, so it won't go to the catch blocks. It will simply show us the result set. Okay, so let's make some errors inside the store block and see what exactly will happen. Yeah, so maybe what I will do, see here there is a category name, right? I'll just put instead of 10, right? I'll just make 2 for an example. But category name data should be more, right? Yes or no? So definitely it will throw an error while inserting the data, correct?
Yeah.
So let's see what exactly it will do. I just altered my store. See, whenever you do some changes, make sure you need to alter that store pointer. Okay, until unless you alter, the changes won't affect. Yeah. Now when I go and execute, can you see? Is it showing any data for us?
No.
No, it's not showing any data. Okay. Now let's go and check that error table, and let's find if any records are present in the table. Select star from the table name. Can you see this? There is a record. So error ID is 1, and it is saying that string or binary data would be truncated. Now, as I said in the starting, whenever we are passing some value and the column, it is not having a sufficient size, right? Okay, so which means we have a varchar of 10, but I'm passing more than 10 characters. So this error will come into the picture. String or binary data would be truncated, and it is also telling what store poser, what time, and what is the line number also. Understand?
Yeah.
So now when the night shift guy is keep on executing the store clock and he's getting so many errors, right? Now, can I capture all the information over here, all the error information?
Yes, obviously.
Even though he is not passing proper information for me, I can able to find it in this table, right?
Yes.
Getting it?
Yeah.
Okay, see, with this information, I no need to do again from the scratch, the debugging process, correct? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, so to avoid such kind of scenarios, right? So we can just maintain the error information using this try and catch blocks. So when this try catch blocks will gonna execute means whenever try block having some issues, any errors, system defined errors, that will get captured in the catch block always. If there is no errors, catch blocks won't come into the picture. Only try block will gonna execute the complete logic. Okay.
Yes.
Now the same thing, whatever try catch blocks we have used, right? The same thing you cannot put it inside a function. It's not possible. Okay. If you want, you can try. You try to keep this begin, try, end, try, and catch blocks and all, and see whether it can able to capture it or not. Okay.
It is only work on store page.
Yes, it will work only in the store pose. Okay, within the store pose also fine. Outside the store pose also it will work. Okay, but not in the functions. Functions will not accept that. Clear? Yes.
I have a question here.
Yes.
So you said like when a guy in the morning shift and night shift they are working, right? So he'll be working on the same syntax.
Yes.
In that case, like when you are executed, no, it was not throwing error, but it's capturing in the error table.
Correct.
But how that guy can understand that I'm getting the errors here?
Yes, good question. I'm going to add one more point here. So now, whenever I'm executing, it is not showing any error message to him. Correct? Correct?
Yeah, correct.
What it is doing, simply it is showing, it is printing the values, but because the errors are send it into the table. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Now what you can do is, for him, we can raise an error, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
Right there.
So
Right
where
there.
exactly I need to keep that erase error?
After
end catch.
No, it is inside this catch. Either you can put it here or you can put it here. No problem. Okay. Yeah. So once the data has been inserted, you raise an error. Okay. So you can just say like, print raise error of. Okay. I think print also not required. It will directly raise it. Okay. Raise error of. We'll just say like, there are some errors in this SP. For more error info, go and check this table. Will it be fine?
Yeah.
So that he can notify what exactly it is happening and he'll go and check that table. Let's see whether it will pop up that message or not. I'm raising an error. Okay, there is an error here. Incorrect syntax near catch. Raise error. Okay, let me keep this raise error function here and we'll see. Okay. There are some errors in the SP. For more error info, go and check the error table log and we'll see whether that insert statement is inserted the same error information in the table or not. Yeah. I think it is inserted, correct?
Yes.
So the thing is the raise error function, you just keep it in the top. So here it is not accepting. Okay. So you just put it in the top. Now he'll get notified, right? See? So whenever I'm executing it, let's change something else. I mean, instead of varchar of, let me put 200. Let's change some different error. Saying that here I'll just put equals to. So what error it may come? What error it may come? Tell me. This is a subquery, correct?
Yeah.
How many values it is returning?
More than one.
More than one. That's the error it will throw. Okay. Let's go and check. Okay. Here it is saying that there are some errors in this SP. For more information, go and check. String or binary data would be truncated. Why it is showing this error message? Okay, I think. Okay, let me tell you. This. Okay, let me check the table first. Error log table. It's not captured. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I understand what is the problem. I'll show you. Okay, see what error message will come. Basically,
Subquery.
the subquery written more than one value. Okay, so because of that reason. Okay, so
Yeah.
that error message, right? It is, I think, crossing more than these 100 characters. That's the reason here it is showing one error message. No, string or binary data would be truncated. Correct? Yes. So it is at the which line? Can you see? 95. Correct?
Yeah. Line number
95 means
After
95 means
update,
this one.
after update.
See why 95, why you should not look it over here means, see there are so much of scratch is there, you have to remove all these statements. Then you can see 95th line. So can you see which is the 915th? This is the one, correct?
Yeah.
So while inserting this data, the error message is printing more than expected characters, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why I'm getting, this error. Getting it, everyone?
Yeah.
Yes.
So what you can do, can I increase the size of
You
this?
can increase the data type.
Data type size, correct? So I can just say alter, everyone is getting no
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
column and data type. I'll just say varchar of some 500 something. Let's see. Now it is showing only this, correct? And let's go and check the table. Now can you see this? The subquery return more than one value. This is not permitted when the subquery follows this operators when the subquery is used an expression. Now it is giving the proper information, correct? And
Yeah.
the identities are skipped, guys. See, now it is showing 6, right? You know why it is 6? Because whenever I'm executing, okay, it is trying to insert and it is utilized those identities. 4, 5, it is already utilized. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why it is comes as 6. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even though it is not inserted right into the table, but it is trying to insert and that identity is utilized. Okay. That's why that 4 and 5 is already is inserted. Okay. I mean utilized. So that's why it is start from the 6 onwards. Okay. So likewise, we can able to capture the information. Okay. And we'll also get notified to the user also. So what the person will go and do now? He'll go and check that table, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. And will not give any permission for this table because he can delete it also, right?
Yes.
So let's say he is keep on executing, even small simple errors also is not able to find. Okay. So in such a case, okay, what you can do, you can simply go and remove that table data also, right?
Yes, sir.
Because other people will think that, okay, so this guy is not, I mean, resolving the small issues also. So by seeing that error log table, correct? So that's why we'll not give any insert, delete, update or truncate permissions. We'll give only select permissions. Clear? Yeah. See, now even the raise error function also will come into the picture inside a store. Correct?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. So now there is a one interview question here. They'll ask like, what is the difference between raise error and these system defined error messages or functions? What is the difference?
So raise alerts, we are manually.
Manual.
Yes, this raise error function using this error.
That is
Yeah, using this raise error function, we can manually throw an error, correct?
yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas this raise error function will automatically or dynamically get the system errors, correct?
Defined errors.
Defined.
System defined errors. That's the main difference, guys. Okay. Very important question it is. Here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is how your try and catch blocks will work for us. Now, if you ask me, sir, how frequently we'll use this begin and try catch blocks in a real time is, I can say 50%. Okay. 50-50 chances will be there. Some of the store processors, they don't want to maintain the try catch. They'll not. Okay. For some cases, they'll maintain they want to, get this error log information, they'll maintain it. Okay. It's not mandatory to have these try catch blocks in all the store processors, but yes, there are 50-50 chances out there. Okay. Clear?
Sir, can you repeat that try block and catch block?
Yes. So in a try block, always will keep the entire logic of the store block.
Okay.
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 Now, if at all any error comes in the try block, any error, even in create or insert or update, whatever it is, okay, any error comes, then your begin catch will start. Okay. And in begin catch block, what we will do, we will capture the errors. We are capturing into the table, no?
Nice.
Yes, that is what it will do. And if there is no errors in the try block, no, it won't go to the catch block.
Yeah.
Because there is nothing to catch, right?
Nice.
Yes. Any other questions? Any other questions?
No.
Means sir, both are doing same, no sir? Rise error and this.
No.
Error.
Right. See, this try block. So, okay, these two things, rise error and this one.
Yes, sir.
But see, here it is capturing system defined error, no?
Okay.
So, which means, see, when I'm going and executing the table, sometimes it is showing this error message, sometimes it is showing this. Depends on the error in the store block, it is showing us, correct?
Okay.
But every time this raise error function will do what? It will throw the same error message, correct?
Yes.
This is a hardcode error message.
Means whatever we are going to input further, that error
Yes.
will show for us.
Yes. So we'll just say that, go and check the table for more information,
Okay.
error information. That's the only error it will throw for every error. Getting it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I get it.
Any other questions?
Sir, this date from parts will give varchar only.
Which one?
Date from parts.
Yes, we should put it in single quotes always.
Output also varchar date type only, sir.
Yes.
So in the above print condition, you converted that, sir, varchar again.
Correct.
Is that needed, sir?
Yes, it is required. Why? Because this is a date data type. Can you see? And this is a
Okay,
character,
sir.
right?
Yes.
I cannot concatenate date with a character, no?
But at the rate of we said that at the rate of date into date from parts, varchar 16 lines, sir.
Okay, so you mean to say this is a varchar, correct?
Yes, sir.
But this is giving what format? Y,
DD,
DD.
DD. Yes, sir.
What is the data type of your variable? Date, correct?
Yes, sir.
So now, anyway, it is in on a proper format, correct?
Yes.
So your date this will automatically store in date data type now.
Okay.
So whichever data type your variable has, right? With that data type only, the value will get stored. Okay.
Okay, sir.
For an example, your date from parts is returning something like, it won't return, but let us assume if it is returning DD will the date will accept this format?
No, sir.
No.
No.
Okay. So as it is a easy convertible format, so it can able to convert this value to date data type automatically.
Okay.
Okay. This is called as, thank you for getting this question. This is called as implicit conversion. What is meant by implicit conversion means the SQL server defaultly, I mean, in the backend, it will automatically convert this value into this. Okay. So this is
Okay,
returning varchar, right?
yes, sir.
I don't think so. This is returning varchar. 1 second. This returns date time, I think. Yeah, can you see there?
Yes, sir.
Date time. Sorry, it's not varchar. It returns date time. So now I told you, right? From date time to date, it automatically get convert. Correct? Yesterday I have shown you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that will also how it will convert from date time to date also means it is also called as implicit conversion. Nothing but the SQL server will do it in the backend. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, that is called as implicit conversion. But we always need to avoid this kind of conversions because the SQLs for the SQL server it is a extra effort actually, right?
Yes, sir.
So it's better you can just convert this into date. Okay.
Okay.
And then store it in the date. Very good. So if you are not doing it, SQL server will put a extra effort to do. It's nothing but implicit conversion. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. See, all these points you need to go through with the video and write down. All the try catch blocks and date from parts, everything you need to go through with the video and write down. Okay.
Yes.
So for store browser, there is nothing much to give any notes and all. So it is all about theory part. Okay.
Okay.
So you have to go through with the video and write down. I think already I gave the properties of store process, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is more of important for us. Yeah, the difference between function and store proc. But you need to know the what exactly we'll do inside a store proc. Yes, and how do we debug? How do we capture the errors? All these things you should know. Okay. Yeah. Now let me show you one more thing. How do you debug a store puzzle? This is the one of the very important question. We'll get it in the interview. Okay, because there are so many lines, right? Some 1,000, 2,000 lines will be there, and they'll say like, "Can you tell me how do you debug your store point?" Okay. Hello. See, debugging means you need to find out the errors. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to find out the errors means not system defined. Maybe your store browser is not giving a proper result set. That's what you need to find out. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me just take an example. Yeah. You see, I'm passing a bike data type. Sorry, bike as a category, and the subcategory is this. Assume that the client is passing this. Now I'm not getting any data, correct?
Yeah.
Because
Category name is bikes.
yes, the category name is S is missing here, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So see, now we know all the categories, subcategories. Now we can easily identify. But just assume that the client is passing some values. Okay, and he is telling that I am passing proper values. I am sending the proper values, but I'm not getting any results yet. How do we need to debug? Okay, see here, if it is a single value, we can easily find it out. If there are 10 categories, is it easy to find? No, right?
We need to start.
Okay. Yeah. In such cases, how do you debug a store browser? Let me show you. Yeah. Because we don't know where exactly it failed, right? Yes or no?
Correct.
Whether it is in a where class or insert statement or any updates, we exactly don't know. Okay. Now, how do you find? How do you debug your store browser? You need to see. Yeah. So first of all, whenever you're facing such kind of issues like the data is not coming into the the data is not representing into the output. Okay, so whenever you're getting such kind of issues, right, so you go to the end of your store browser always. Okay na?
Okay.
And see the select statement from which table they are trying to show you the data, right? See the last select statement whichever it is showing the pop-up in the data. And whether they are using a temporary table or a physical table, just see. And in the main, so once you find out the table, right, whichever it is pop-up in the data, just see where exactly it is filling for the very first time, because there might be n number of insert statements for this table, right? Yes or no? Inside the store block, there can be 100 insert statement for this table, correct? Yes. So now I want to know which is the first insert statement which will push the data into this table. Okay. Now, according to us, which is the first insert statement?
Yes, sir.
This is the one, correct?
Yes.
This is the one, right? Now you have to check this table only. I mean this statement only. Okay. Understand? This is the first step you need to find out. So see which table is pop-upping the data. Okay. And the next thing is you need to check the first insert statement which the table is filling. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Now after finding out this, right? After finding out this, what you can do is you can just comment out this insert statement. So when you comment out, what will happen? Tell me.
It will only select.
It will only select and it will show us the data, correct? So if it is not showing any data, it means that there is a problem with this select statement. Am I correct? Yes or no? If the select is not showing any data, only popping the message, sorry, the structure means, so there is a problem with this select only. Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Now let me alter the store poser. Yes. Now when I go and execute the store procedure, right? Tell me, will it execute all the statements or will it execute only select statement?
Only select statement.
Are you sure? Will it not? It won't execute this update, select, all these things.
No, sir.
Are you sure?
Question I didn't understand.
Yeah, question is when I just commented this insert statement. Okay.
Okay.
Now I am executing this store proc. Now my question is, will it execute the whole logic or will it execute only this specific select query?
It will execute whole logic. Sir.
It will execute whole logic only, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Now let's see. Assume that this select query will take 10 minutes to give us the data. Okay. And this update query is running some 15 minutes to update it. Just assume. Okay. Now this will take 10 minutes to update the data, and final select statement will take 5 minutes to give us some data. Tell me totally how much time the store poser is taking to represent the data in the output.
40 minutes.
40 minutes, huh?
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yes.
Yes. Now the thing is, whenever I'm going to execute this, see it is showing two select statements output. One is this select statement, correct?
Yes, sir.
The another one will be this select statement.
Yes.
Anna?
Yes.
So in the first select statement itself, I'm not getting any data, right?
Correct.
So which means there is a problem with the select itself, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
So now what you need to find out? What you need to find out? Okay. So once you find out the select statement, you should not go to any of your where conditions. First, you need to see whether there is a join condition is there or not. Okay. Whether there is a join condition is there or not, you need to check. So there are so many joins, right? See, before your where condition, your from your join conditions will work, correct?
Yes, sir.
Maybe here also we may not get any matching records, right? There is a chance, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes.
First, we need to debug till here, guys. Okay. at least, from these joins, whether we are getting some data or not, we need to check. Understand? Hello?
Yes,
Yes. So first of all, we need to check this query, this law joins, whether we are getting at least some records or not. If this is fine, right? So definitely there will be a problem with
Where condition?
exactly. So there will be a problem with the where condition. If the data is not comes over here itself, then there is a problem with the join, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. So now what I will do is, so for this one, right, you no need to go to your execution statement and check. What you can do is you can directly take out this statement from to your last on condition.
On condition. Yeah.
Take out separately.
Okay.
And don't put the columns here. Directly you can put directly star. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay. Now what you can do is just take first two tables with the on condition and execute it and see whether the data is coming or not. Okay. Data is coming.
Coming.
So there is no problem with these two, correct?
Yes.
Now what you need to again do?
Second on condition.
Yes. Take the third table along with the on condition and execute it. So here also I am getting some data.
Yes.
And add one more condition and see. No problem.
Yeah.
It's still executing. 1 second. Okay, now I'm adding one more and executing it.
Execute.
Okay, it's taking some time. Yeah, it is 1,21,317 rows. So is there any problem with the join?
No, sir. Not.
Definitely there is no problem, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, if there is a problem with the join, right, I'll show you, I know how the data will comes and what would be the problem. I'll show you. For an example, by mistakenly, someone has written a join conditions here. So here between this and this table, we have a product ID to product ID. We have a primary format relationship, correct? But by mistakenly, someone has put product ID with sales order ID. Will it gonna join or not? Usually,
It will join.
no. Will the join will perform or
Data
not?
type, it will join.
I think it
The
will
data
join.
type is
join,
same,
sir.
it will join, no?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Let's go and run this query and we'll see whether we'll get some data or not. I'm not getting any data. Correct?
Yes. Yes.
And there are so many conditions, we don't know where exactly it is failed, right?
Correct.
Now, in this case, what you need to do, just again select first two tables and see there is no problem here, and add one more table and execute it. Here also there is no problem, and go and check. Here we have a problem, correct?
Yes.
Which means that
Yes.
there is a problem with this table. Okay, with this table means there are two scenarios will be there. Might be there won't be any matched
Data.
records. Okay. The other thing is the on condition is not proper.
Yes.
Correct? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Now what you can do, just join these first three tables and see the records. Okay. So now from this table to this table, we are taking product ID with sales order ID. Correct? Hello?
Yeah. Yeah. Hello.
From this result set to this table, right? We are taking with product ID to sales order ID. So now what you can do, first look for on condition, because on condition is always important for us, correct?
Yes.
And see whether they have taken the key columns or not. Okay. If there are different key columns, definitely this is the problem, right?
Yes.
If key columns are proper, let's say, still the data is not coming, then what could be the issue?
Join.
There is no matched records in the table, correct?
Yes.
Look into the need to look.
There is no matched records in the table. That's the one issue, correct?
Yes.
Yes. So this is how you need to debug the query. Whenever you have a join, right? This is the best way to do it, guys. Okay.
Okay.
Just take two tables and run it outside of your query and without a where clause and see whether the data is coming or not. And if the data is coming from these joins, definitely there could be a problem with the where condition. Understand?
Yes.
Now,
Yeah.
how do you debug your where condition? I'll show you. How many conditions are there in where? There are 4 conditions.
4 conditions.
One is for cat, subcat, and date, and yes, I mean, not 4, 3. Correct?
Yes.
So now what you can do is you simply comment all the conditions except the first condition. Okay?
Okay.
And alter your store cursor and execute it. Let's see whether we are getting the data or not. We are not getting any data. Correct?
Yes.
Now, for sure, there will be a problem with this. But just to make sure, let's comment out this and I'll enable the second condition. Okay? Understand?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
see, as this is the first statement, and is not required, no?
Yes.
Let me remove it. Later on, we can keep anyway. And I'm altering it. Let's execute the statements. Okay, there is a problem. There are some errors in this SP for a more. Let's see what is the error. What could be the error? Let's check. Subquery it is written. Okay, there is a problem with this in equals to operator. Now, can I easily go and say fix the bug?
Yes.
Okay, so let's change from equal to in. This is the first bug we fixed, and I'm going to execute my store proc again after fixing it. Now I'm getting the data, correct?
Yeah.
So there is no problem with this condition, no?
Yes.
Yes. Now what you can do is you try to enable one more condition and see whether the data is coming or not. Okay, so I'm getting the data here also. There is no problem, correct? So now the problem with the first condition only, correct? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Problem with the first condition. Now again, if you want, you can comment it, or anyway, we change something here, right? So what you can do again, you just enable this and check whether it will works fine or not. Still it is giving empty, right? So definitely there is a error in this line, correct?
Yes.
Error, or we can say bug. Now how do you identify? I'll show you. Okay, so whenever this filtration is happening, so definitely this name and this name should match. Yes or no?
Yes.
Then only we'll get the record, right?
Yes.
Correct. Now we exactly don't know what value it is coming in the category, the parameter, right?
Yes.
So go and print the value. That print, either you can print it in the top or you can print it in the bottom also, no issues. Because the client is saying I am passing a proper parameter, but we are not very sure, right? What he is passing. So let's print that value. Print @cat. Why it is throwing an error? Must declare the scalar variable. Okay, this parameter name is category, right? So see, this is a table variable. I should not look it into table variable, right? I have to look it into category name, correct? Up parameter. Yes or no? Okay, otherwise what you can do, this is a table variable, correct? If I want to see the data in the table variable, can I do a select over here?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Or if I want to see the value in the variable, you can the parameter, directly you can call out that parameter over here. Either way it is fine, no issues. So if it is multiple values, so this select query will help us. If it is a single value, print is enough. Okay. Yeah. Let's go and execute. Can you see? The print also printing that bike here for us, and select also is giving bike. Correct?
Yes.
When I put here bike and clothing, let's see what it will do. Here it is showing bike, clothing, and whereas here it is showing bike, comma clothing, and this would be fine for us, correct?
Yes.
Now, once you got these, values right from the table variable, yes, go and check whether we have the same values in your, PC.name table, which is PC.name, your category table.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now go and check in your table whether whatever the values they are passing, it is exactly same or not. At least we have some data where you can just say name in. Can I copy these two things over there?
Yes.
So I can say like, see, because we don't know what exactly it is missing, right? If I go and execute this, I have the clothing, but I don't have bikes, correct? Sorry, I don't have bike. Now let's go and check the table. So there is a S is missing, correct?
Okay. Okay.
So in this way, you need to debug and you need to send an email to the client saying that whatever your parameter, you're passing a parameter, so it is missing S over there. Because of such reason, the store processor is not giving a proper result.
Okay.
Getting it? This is how you need to debug the store processor when there is a joins. Aptoinda? Anyone have any questions? The same thing I have explained in the YouTube videos also, both the YouTube videos, but those are maybe different scenarios. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Any questions, anyone? No questions? Yeah. Now for reporting, right? See, now you have selected and you have seen and you rectified your bugs, correct? So now once you rectified, you need to, comment out this select statement, or you need to remove your select statement because
It will
why?
select that.
In the reporting, it will select this data, correct?
Yes, sir.
So that's why you always need to remove that select statement once your debugging process is done. And one more thing is, see, you have commented that insert statement also, correct?
Yes.
So now your report will take this select statement data, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now when it is taking this select statement, so will I get the price, discount price into the report?
No,
No,
sir.
Definitely no, correct? So again, what you need to do is you need to go and uncomment this, correct? Clear?
Yeah.
So this is how you need to debug a store processor, guys. See now, okay, still there is no data because maybe here bikes, correct?
Yes.
Now we do have the data. Clear, everyone? Just follow this approach always. Whenever you have a joins, take out that all the joins outside of the store processor and execute a statement. I mean, two table joins and add one more table, and then fourth table, fifth table likewise. And if there is no problem with the joins, then definitely there could be a problem with the where condition itself. Okay.
So you put select star, right?
Yeah. So because
but we have a product category ID in both tables, right?
correct.
Which column it will take?
So in the output, let me show
Select
you.
star means
Select star means it will represent both the columns actually. I'll show you. See product category ID. Here also product category ID only. While displaying, it will display. Okay. But whenever you're saving this data into a table, right? Make sure both the columns should not have same column names. So meaning, for an example, let me send this data into a temporary table. Okay. And we'll see whether it will accept or not. So it is saying that product category ID, column name is same, and make sure it is unique. Okay. While displaying, there is no problem. Okay. While sending into a table, then there could be a problem. So you need to make sure there should be distinct columns. Clear?
Yeah.
Yeah. So everyone understand, right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can go through the video. Definitely, you can easily understand. There is no, big deal in it to understand. Yeah. Next point is, this is one of the very important point, and also for interview as well. Yeah. So assume that, yeah. So this query is taking 10 minutes time, and this query is 15 minutes. This is 10 and 5. So totally it took how much time? 10, 10, 30, 40 minutes. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. The store poser is giving taking 40 minutes time to give us the data, right? Okay. Now what I will do is, here I'm getting, let's say, 1 lakh records. Okay. Here I'm getting 1 lakh records. Yes. And maybe the logic is failing over here. There is some logic failing. Okay. Because of that, the client is not giving a proper data. Understand?
Yeah.
So this logic is failed. Because of that reason, the client is not getting any proper information in the output. He's getting the records, but it is not proper, right? Yeah. Now I'm trying to fixing this bug. Okay. For an example, it is not 100. Let's put some formula here. For an example, there is a formula. I changed this formula. Yes, I'm executing the store poser again. Tell me how much time I need to wait to get this data.
15 minutes more.
How much time?
Again 40 minutes.
40 minutes.
Your producer is taking 40 minutes to give us the data, correct?
Yes.
So whenever I change some formula over here, definitely I need to wait 40 minutes, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now assume that I have keep on changing the formula for 10 times. Now total how much time I have to spend on that store poser to fix the bug?
400 minutes.
10 into 40. Ante
400 minutes.
minutes means how much time?
I know.
30
9 hours 40 minutes.
3 hours 20 minutes.
3 hours.
Sorry, not 3.
6 hours.
7
I
hours.
think.
6 4 24.
36. 360.
36.
40 minutes.
40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6 hours 40 minutes.
40 minutes. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
6 hours 40 minutes.
30 minutes. Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
6 hours 40 minutes.
Okay, fine. Now let's see how to minimize this time. How to minimize this time. So now where exactly the logic is failing? In this update, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
Now, do I need to execute this update? Not required. See, I am debugging it. Now I know there is a failing in this update. Okay. Now I don't want to run this one. Okay. So what you can do is you can put a return statement directly here, and you can put a select statement directly here itself. Select star from your temporary table. Now you know what will happen. So the logic will gonna apply. I changed the formula, and the logic is applied, right? Now it will show us the data for us. And here it took how much? 5 minutes.
25 minutes.
So now when you put return statement here, right? So what I said about return in the store function,
Will return.
it will return the
everything
data
is
and it will
saving
stop the
and
execution till here.
Yes.
Correct? Sir?
Yeah.
Will it go to the below?
No,
No.
sir.
Definitely no. Correct?
Yes.
So now what I want to check in my debugging process, as there is a problem with this statement, I am keep on changing the formulas, and here itself I need to see the data. Correct?
Okay.
Because this is correct only, right? I don't want to execute these statements again.
Yes.
Okay, so
Okay.
now I'm keep on changing the formulas. Okay, and within 5 minutes I'm getting the data. I'm returning. I mean stopping the execution in my debugging process. Can you tell me how much time I can save? Anyway, this won't gonna execute. So
10
this will take 10 minutes. This is 15 minutes. This is 5 minutes. Totally
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Yes, sir.
So 10 times, let's say I have tried to execute this store block. So 10 into
30.
10 into 30, correct?
5 hours.
So it will be 300 minutes. At least we are saving 1 hour 40 minutes time, right?
Yes, sir.
Approximately 2
This is
hours.
this is an example. Okay, this is an example. So assume that, 1 second. Yeah, assume that this query take 1 hour to execute. This query is take 10 minutes to execute, and this is giving 5 minutes. Within 5 minutes, there is a problem with this. Okay, there is a problem with this. Now, do I need to execute all the update queries below?
No, sir.
Not required. No. Why to execute unnecessarily? Right? So why can't we put a return statement directly here?
Yeah.
So what it will do? It will execute till here. It will stop the execution. So until the fixing the bugs, right? So we can execute only this query. Once it is fixed, then you can go and run the entire queries. Correct? So
Yeah.
in this way, so the debugging process will take less time. Correct?
Correct.
Yes. So that's how your return statement will help us actually inside the store prog, guys. It will stop the execution, or you can just understand, like, before this return, whatever we have, it will try to execute, and after the return it won't. It will stop the execution still here only. If you want, I can give you a small example. If I'll say print Vinod, so it's not, yeah, it's just printing Vinod, and after that it is not showing any of your select statements or nothing. Correct?
Correct.
Yes. So which means that it never go to the below conditions. Understand? And you try to debug here itself. You change the logic, you keep on execute. How much time? If I run the store poser for 10 times, how much time it will take? Maximum 50 minutes to fix the bug. Yes or no?
Yeah.
If I run the whole store poser to fix this bug, how much time it will take? 5 minutes, here 1 minute, and here 10 minutes. And this is also 10 minutes. How much time it will take?
25 minutes.
25 minutes. 25 into 10 times, 250 minutes. Anna, almost like 4 hours.
4 hours. 4
Correct?
hours. 7 minutes. Yeah.
Yes. So while debugging your store block, your return statements will be help us like anything. Okay. Now one more thing. Once you done with your return statement, print statement, your debugging process, you need to remove these return statements because
To execute whole query.
Results that will not.
yeah. So
It
when
will
you
not
use the
execute.
same store poser for your report, right?
It
Before
will.
this return, do you have any select statements?
No, no.
No,
No.
your store poser is not returning any result set, right? Your report will fail actually. Okay. So once your debugging is done, try to remove return statement. Print, let it be, no problem with the print, but your return, your select statements, all these things should get removed. Understand?
Yes.
Yeah, that is very, very important in case of store posers. Understand? And you can put n number of returns, no problem. anywhere if you want returns, you can keep on put that returns and try to debug the store pointer. నీకు ఎక్కడ కావాలన్నా పెట్టుకోవచ్చు, no problem, but make sure to remove that at the end. Okay.
Yes.
And if you have put more returns, right, you do Control F and you try to put return and search for it where exactly it will be and remove it. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, that is the help of a return statement, and this is also I have used in that real time scenario in the YouTube video. You can just go through with that as well. And the next point is comments. Comments are very, very, very important in the store poser guys. What is meant by comments means, see here what we are doing. We are retrieving some product category information, correct?
Yes.
So now if I'm giving this store poser to somebody, will they easily understand? Will they directly understand? No, right? So they have to go to the joins and see what tables it is joining, and based upon that he can understand, correct?
Yes.
So instead of that, if I go and keep, or I can just say fetching cat subcat product price details. So by seeing this comment, at least he will get an idea, right? Yes or no? By seeing this comment, at least
Okay.
he can understand. Okay, so this logic is mainly written for this, correct?
Correct. Yes.
So no need to go through the logic, right?
Yes.
Now also here also same thing. So I can just say like updating the discount price. So these comments will help us, no, everybody to understand the logic.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, so this will be very important in the real time, and these comments won't execute in the store posers. So just to it's like a reference actually. Yeah. And in real time, right, sometimes people will keep more comments for every statements, or some people whichever they feel very complex logic or complex scenario, they'll put it everything in the comments. So by reading the comments, we can easily understand. That is very, very important. And it is not like only single column, sorry, single line. You can put 10 lines also, no issues. The comments, right, it will by seeing the comments I should understand what exactly you are doing. Yeah. Now see, for these simple statements and all, it is not required, no, declaring table variable, inserting data. For these and all, everyone can understand, right? The logics which are very complex, no, so you are writing some formulas, you are writing some keys and all, there you can put a comment so that everyone can understand. Clear?
Yeah.
Yes, that is one important thing. The another important thing is, yeah, let's say the client is saying that I don't want this formula. Okay, I don't want this formula. What we will do usually? I don't want this update statement. What we will do? Usually we will remove and we'll alter it, correct?
We'll alter the table. Yeah.
But don't do that in real time, because maybe after a week or month of time, he'll come back and say that I need that update statement what you have removed in the last week. Do you really remember what update statement it is? See, it is a very simple statement, we can write it. Okay, if it is a very big statement and lot of things are involved in it, multiple case statements ila unnai anuko, will you able to remember the logic? Basically nanna jariginde ee roju gurtundadu, last week means it is very difficult, correct?
Correct.
So the thing is, in real time, whenever client is saying to remove the any formula or any conditions or any logic, right, try to comment it and put a comment saying that remove this logic on so and so date.
Okay.
So that what will happen? Even other people can understand, okay, this logic has been removed recently.
Okay.
Correct?
Yes.
And when the client is saying that, can you roll back that change whatever you did it in the last month or last week, because the client will not again tell us the logic, correct? So the thing is, either you need to go through with the requirement or you need to check the email what he sent last month. Okay, that will take a lot of time, correct?
Okay.
And we never know whether whatever the new logic we are implementing, it is correct or not, correct?
Yes.
So instead of that, if you comment it, right, we can simply go and check the date and we can uncomment, correct?
Yes.
Yes, this is the best way of writing the store process. Whenever they're saying remove the logic means don't remove it. Even this where conditions also, when they say go and remove this condition, means just put the comment and write a comment over there. This is what commented. Don't put your names up anywhere because they can easily find it out, right? Who has commented or who has removed that logic and all. Yeah.
Yeah.
So keep the comment in a such a way that everyone can understand. Yes. Yes. And whenever you write a store procedure, right, it should be user friendly. And whenever you write something, the other people should also understand it. Okay, na?
Yeah.
So నాకు ఒక friend ఉండేవాడు in my first company. He'll write in a such a way that nobody should understand the logic. Okay, so అంత కాంప్లెక్సిటీగా రాస్తాడు అనమాట లాజిక్. సో అక్కడ ప్రాబ్లం ఏంటి అంటే ఫైన్, okay, is technically good and he is able to write. The problem is whenever he'll go for an occasion, okay, an occasion కి వెళ్ళాడు అనుకోండి ఒక 1 week and nobody knows that logic. Okay, whom should I call? నాకు ఆ లాజిక్ తెలియదు and there is a bug comes in. Yeah, there is a bug comes in between that particular store bug. I don't know what exactly he has written. What should I do? We need to make a call.
If not, we need to look into
We need to make a call. Otherwise, he should give us the KT. Enta KT ichina kuda still we should make a call because we don't know what in his mind and why he has written that logic. Avuna?
Correct.
And the thing is, he will not put the comments also. Comments kuda mention చేసేవాడు కాదు, అంత ఇదిగా రాసేవాడు అన్నమాట. Okay, because why he is writing like that, na? Later on I came to know that he wants to create a dependency over there. మరి అంత డిపెండెన్సీలు పెట్టుకుంటే sometime later it will be difficult for him also, right?
Yeah.
So if he wants to relieve from the company, he has to deliver each and everything. అప్పుడు హెక్టిక్ అయిపోతుంది, అవునా? And whenever you will go for first of all, they won't give any holidays for you if such kind of dependencies are there. And it should be user friendly always. No rasedi, it has to be understood by other person, right?
Yeah.
That's how the code should be always. Okay. Yeah. That is what store procedures means. బాగున్నాయా?
Store procedures అయిపోతున్నాయి.
Sorry.
If you mix all the topics means it will become a store.
But no. If you mix all the topics in a sequential manner or in a procedure, in a proper procedure, correct?
Yeah.
ఒక ప్రొసీజర్ లో మీరు కానీ కాన్సెప్ట్స్ if you are utilizing it, then your procedure is done, right? Here there is nothing new concepts here, correct? Everything whatever we discussed, I'm just reframing everything, avuna? Yeah, that is what a store procedure means. See, you no need to fear about a store procedure. Meeku interview lo maximum adigite what is the difference between a store procedure and a function, or they will ask us to write a small store procedure. You can do it. Okay, real time lo there will be a lot of big store procedures are there. You no need to worry about it. Worry అవ్వాల్సిన పనే లేదండి, ఎందుకంటే they will give us some KT. What exactly the store procedure will do, they will give us some KT. We can easily understand if you thorough with the concepts. Whatever I said, if you thorough with the concepts, you can easily understand. ఇంతకు మించి మాక్సిమం ఇంకేం ఉండదండి. మాక్సిమం ఉంటే that if conditions, while loop conditions, or any functions, all type of functions will come into the store procedure. That's it. అంతకు మించి మీకు extra things won't be there. Okay.
Yeah.
Understand?
Yeah.
So you no need to worry about the store block. చూస్తేనే భయపడాల్సిన అవసరం ఏం లే. So 1 week gani if you sit and if you understand, it's not nothing, a big deal in it. Understand?
Yeah.
So now I think we are done with the store process. Yes. What you can do is just go through with these videos and whichever you feel it is very important, right? Write down those points. Okay. Definitely it will help out while writing the store process in the real time. And you go through with that YouTube videos. I'll share you 2 videos. Go through with each and every point over there. I think same points may repeat, but you see the real time store process over there. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I'm done with 99% in the SQL. Any questions in this?
Cursors indexes.
Cursors మనకి అవసరం లేదండి, ఎందుకంటే అది చాలా పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ ఇష్యూస్. Still from 4-5 batches I'm just not discussing that. So and nobody is asking any questions on top of it. So instead of cursor we can do while loops. Cursor will also do the looping, okay, but it will create lot of performance issues. So that's why we can replace with the while loops. So cursors
Do we come across any questions on cursors in
No.
interview point of view?
No. See, since from last 4 batches, I'm not, discussing it. So, and nobody is asking any questions on that top of cursors. That's why I'm just ignoring that concept. Adokkade meeku nen pakkana pettindedi. So remaining topics I have discussed. Okay. So what Ramesh is going to discuss, no? He'll discuss about first backup and restore. And then he'll go for indexes, then physical and logical query processing. మీకు జాయిన్స్ లో కొన్ని నేను చెప్పాను, మెర్జ్ జాయిన్, హ్యాష్ జాయిన్, నెస్టెడ్ ఇఫ్ జాయిన్ అని చెప్పి. Yeah, those things he'll discuss, and indexes also he'll discuss, and then transactions, and then isolation levels, and then what you can say, performance tuning, and then new features. New features ante they'll ask you the difference between 12, 16, 14 and all, and he'll tell you the differences. Okay. So these are all very, very important topics. Okay. Maybe I'll ask him to take from tomorrow onwards. So we'll have the sessions in the evening time. Okay. And this is non-technical. Whatever we are going to discuss, that is non-technical.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
So go through with these videos and write down all the points, whatever I said. Okay. Which is, if you feel it is very important, you write down it.
Yeah, Vinod, and one more point I have to bring here, like it's out of syllabus. Like when you're see, like we have multiple doubts on this interface. Like, if possible, can you explain what all these tools, edit files, query, project, all the interfaces options, how it works?
These things, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sure, maybe. See, like Word, right? We won't use all these options actually, whatever here it is representing. Maybe few options we will use it, and I'll show you what exactly it will be.
Yeah.
These interface options. So most probably this object explorer will, we are little bit familiar with these databases. Okay. And we won't use all these things. We'll use only integration catalogs in the SSIS. And new query anyway, and these things anyway will not use. In tools we'll use this SQL profiler. I think that's all. Apart from that, we won't use any other options, and it will not important for a developer. Okay.
Yeah. But basic knowledge will have something, right?
No,
so
that's fine. See, that's what I'm saying. Whichever it is requiring, so that's what I'm explaining. So other things you no need to worry. These things and all you can ignore. Okay.
Okay, fine.
So in the object explorer, database is important for us, and then integration services and SQL server agent. These things we'll discuss in the SSIS level.
Like something, for example, if in the real time or somewhere else we'll be working, suddenly object explorer gets disappeared. So how to retrieve that object
Okay,
explorer?
if you go, it is not able to show, go to view and object explorer. In the
Yeah,
view
now-
itself, you have all the options.
Yeah, this is what this kind of few tips we just want to come across.
Okay. So in the object explorer itself, we have the view itself, we have all the options. Okay. Something like, if, one second, sometimes it will be going like this, no, the object explorer.
Yeah,
So in
yeah.
this case, you just right click on this, click on dock. So now it will get fitted. Okay, but it will fitted in the left below, no. If you need
Yeah.
it in the left hand side, just drag and drop. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. And you can again dock it. Okay.
New horizontal.
Sorry.
దాన్ని హోల్డ్ చేసి డ్రాప్ చేస్తే మన టాస్క్
New horizontal. First option.
Then that will be me. Okay, when I open it again, it will come anyway. Don't worry.
సేమ్ ఎర్రర్ నేను వచ్చిందన్న సో అందుకే ఈరోజు అడిగిన
అది జస్ట్ డ్రాగ్ అండ్ డ్రాప్ చేయాలి, పర్ఫెక్ట్ గా వచ్చేస్తుంది.
Okay.
Now when I go dock it,
సార్ లెఫ్ట్ బటన్ క్లిక్ చేసుకొని డ్రాగ్ అండ్ డ్రాప్ చేసి మా ఆప్షన్స్ వస్తాయి సార్, దాంట్లో క్లిక్ చేసుకుంటే సెట్ అయిపోతుంది.
that is what I am doing. Anyway, let me just find it.
So click on that yellow button.
క్లిక్ ఆన్
No, and the object explorer, that yellow color is there, you know.
Okay.
Just make it
క్లిక్
small.
హోల్డ్ చేసుకుని డ్రాగ్ చేయండి సార్. లెఫ్ట్ క్లిక్ హోల్డ్ చేసుకుని డ్రాగ్ చేయండి ఎల్లో కలర్ పైన. మీకు కొన్ని ఆప్షన్స్ వస్తాయి, దాన్ని
Click on that object explorer and drag it to left side.
I did that.
We'll get some symbols, plus, sorry, up, down and right and left. We'll get an option like on screen only to fix that object explorer.
Now it came. ఇది కరెక్ట్ గా ఇక్కడ డ్రాగ్ చేయాలి. ఇక్కడ స్పీడ్ వస్తుంది కదా, దీనికి డ్రాగ్ చేసామంటే అప్పుడు ఫిక్స్ అవుతాం. ఓకే ఓకే. Yeah, I'll give you the query. 1 second.